All right, we are live, and what a day this has been. So I just wanted to explain what happened with my Washington and Oregon compared video. It was a it was an experience I'd never been through before. And it's been a crazy day, one of the craziest days I've probably ever had. So this morning I woke up. It was a normal Monday. I went to school. I have a planning period, first period. So I was like, okay, I'm ready for the day. Let's check my email. And about 8 o'clock in the morning, my time, I got a I got an email that said, you have a strike on your channel for a copyright violation for your video, Washington and Oregon compared. And my first thought was, okay, I did show a couple of Portlandia clips in there. Uh, Maybe I didn't attribute them properly because I know I attributed them, and I thought under fair use it would be okay because I was talking about, how in Portlandia they talk trash about Seattle, and that was my understanding. The first few hours after this happened, I went to YouTube's page to find out more information though, and I couldn't find out much information at all. Frankly, it was very vague. And instead of just giving me a warning or saying we're going to demonetize the video until this gets straightened out, they just straight up deleted the video. They deleted it absolutely. And this is a video that was one of my most successful, at least initially. I posted it on Friday morning, and over the weekend it had over 10,000 views, a couple hundred comments, lots of positive vibes, a lot of people digging it. It got a lot of hype on Reddit, so that's why it got so many views. Reddit is like really good for that. And I even got some new subscribers because of the video. So I was feeling pretty good about myself before this, and then this happens, and it's like all of that's wiped away. Not only that, but you think about all the hours I put into these videos. I mean, if you look at my eyes right now, they are red because I have not slept much lately because I'm trying to get ahead of schedule with the videos I've been making. I have some two videos right I'm working on at once, and having a teaching gig during the day, having two daughters and a wife to keep happy as well. It's hard to balance all that sometimes. Needless to say, I spent hours working on this video, and just to see it just like that, it's gone. You know. All right, so I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty bummed out. I vent to my YouTube friends. Some of you are watching right now, so I thank you for listening to me vent. There's this group on Slack of a bunch of edutubers that all help each other out. It's part therapy, part just learning how to do this better, what we do. And I posted on there, and a lot of people were surprised. They're like, I have a lot of, other edutubers that do what I do. They use a lot of stock footage, royalty-free footage. They use public domain footage. They use a lot of fair use, and fair use is a very complicated part of the law. Because we're all educators, we usually have a little bit more leniency because the ultimate goal is education. So the caveat there is that if you're making money from it, that's where it gets a little bit, oh, maybe it's not so much fair use. That's why I'm always very careful if I use footage from like a TV show or anything like that. Like, you got to be careful. And so that's why I just assumed it was the Portlandia clips, right? It's the Portlandia clips. I shouldn't have put them in there. I was just trying to make the video a little funnier, spice it up. And so all day long, that's what everyone else is thinking too. And I get home from work, and this has been on my mind all day. It's just like this dark cloud above me, and I go on Facebook, and then I tell certain people, like, oh, I think I found who it was, and I don't think it. Like, I did a little more research. I don't think it was anybody related to Portlandia, and they're like, well, who could it be? And I'm like, I think it's just somebody who I used one of their pictures. Now they said I stole it basically. And so there was a name on the email that said that this was the person, the individual who made the complaint that made it so YouTube gave me the strike and took the video down. And at first I thought this was like a writer for the or like a producer for Portlandia or something. By the way, Portlandia is a great show. A lot of you probably hate it. I like it. Anyway, so as it turns out, I find this person's LinkedIn page and their Twitter page, and I'm like, this has got to be them. This person lives in Seattle. They post a lot of pictures that are pretty high quality, and they post a lot of stuff that's on Wikipedia Commons, or Wiki Commons as I call it. If you don't know what Wiki Commons is, it's basically like a database where users can upload photos that the vast majority are in the public domain, which means anybody can use them for free for their videos. And so this is where I get a lot of my photos. So anyway, I find the person, and I'm telling other people, I'm pretty sure this is the person, right? And I'm getting even more angry, right? Because I'm like, why didn't this person contact me? They went straight to YouTube, that took down my video, gave me a strike, and now if you get 3 strikes, your channel gets shut down, right? I started this channel in 2009. I've been doing this for, goodness, it's going to be 9 years in August. I didn't do it seriously until later, but you know what I mean. I have and it takes, I'm thinking thousands and thousands of hours of my life have been dedicated to this. It's been a lot of fun, but just to imagine that channel just being deleted, that was a little overwhelming to say the least. So this is all hanging over me. So I'm about ready to find this dude and just like, look, man, why did you do this? You're ruining my life. And then meanwhile, people are saying, be careful with how you approach this. You don't want to make anybody upset. Don't do this. And then I decide I'm going to do a live stream. And that's why you're watching this right now. I'm going to do a live stream to let everybody know, because some people went to my channel and they're like, where's the video that you just posted? It's not there anymore. And I guess just to kind of make this long story shorter, at about 7 o'clock tonight, I hear back from the person who put in the complaint that got my video taken down. And this person is very, very nice. Very nice. He got back to me on Twitter. We had a lovely conversation. He said, I just put in a complaint because one of my photos that was used in your video was not attributed. And yes, the photo was in the public domain. It was free to use, but you have to attribute it. And I did not attribute it because the way I get most of my photos is through Google Images. And so I literally will not go to the actual website sometimes to get images. I'll just go through Google Images and then just, download it from there. And so that was part ignorance and part laziness on my part, I guess. I should have known better that sometimes people demand that you attribute it. Commons, a lot of people want you to attribute it on that. So I wonder who else I've done this to. Like who else have I used their photo and I didn't attribute it. So anyway, he's like, yeah, so that was it. I didn't know they were going to, he said, I didn't know they were going to take your video down. I didn't know that, they're going to give you a strike on your channel. He basically was surprised that YouTube acted in the way they did. And he apologized for any trouble that it caused me. And I said, yeah, I've been a bit of a nervous wreck today. Him as well for not attributing his photo. And just a lovely person. Like he retracted it, and the video, as of about 20 minutes ago, maybe 15 minutes ago, is back up. And I attributed his name to the photo that I used from Wiki Commons. I also linked to his Flickr account, which has a lot of amazing photos, which most of them appear to be of the Seattle area. So he does a lot of that kind of stuff and really good photographer. So anyway, I wish he would have went to me directly, but in his defense, he probably didn't even realize that he was going to cause so much trouble. And the more I think about it, the more I'm mad at YouTube, which is, of course, the love-hate relationship that all of us YouTubers have, right? We use the platform, we love the platform. I'm talking to you on the platform right now, but we're frustrated with the platform because not only have they demonetized about 15 of my videos that should not be demonetized, they're educational videos. They have. I haven't made money from them, which I don't make much money anyway, which, yeah, whatever. But it's the principle of the matter. And then also this, why doesn't YouTube, and the way YouTube should have handled this was demonetize my video until I properly attribute to this person whose photograph I used. That's the proper way to handle that. Maybe that would have caused more work on their end, but that was something that I think would have been beneficial to both sides in this. Okay, because I was stressed out today. This has never happened to me before. I was shocked. Everybody I told was shocked. For one thing, educators on YouTube generally have a little bit more leeway anyway, because educational videos are supposed to generally, I think, have a little bit more. There's a little bit more freedoms in terms of fair use. That's my understanding. Now, fair use, the legality of it, there's a lot of gray area. Everybody probably is familiar with the H3 Productions situation. They won their lawsuit. That gave a lot of YouTubers hope, but there's still issues with that. So copyright infringement is something that I think we all need to worry about, whether we are educators or not. But the fact that you have reaction videos all the time, especially the big YouTuber reactions videos, that they don't seem to get in trouble for copyright. So I'm just like a small town teacher in Kansas, basically, that does this on the side. It was a little, so that's me venting about that. Okay, so I'm going to check out. You guys left me some price, and I haven't been checking the comments, so I'm just going to scroll down here and check out the comments. It's because of that guy complaining about Washington at the beginning, isn't it? No, it wasn't Portlandia. It would be really nice. Flame Fusion, shout out. Says it would be really nice if YouTube actually tried communicating with their content creators before giving out strikes. Yes, that is my primary frustration with YouTube. That is why I'm making this live stream right now, because why on earth are you just gonna and I hear in a moment what they sent to me, because it's just like, oh my gosh, like you punching me in the gut. Unnamed Muffin, yeah, it's likely because of Portlandia. It wasn't the Portlandia clip. That was crazy. Let's see, going on here. Rest in peace video. Luke said it's back. Hey, Cogito. Yeah. Yes. Copyright. Niner said, I think I pronounced that. I am not a lawyer, but I feel more and more like I am becoming one because of these Supreme Court briefs. I feel like I'm going through law school, seriously. Like, and then making these videos. I think by the time I finish the Supreme Court brief series in 10 years, I will just go ahead and take the bar exam and pass it. Fair use is a lie. Okay. YouTube is getting more and more anal about this. Beep. Why don't they go after those degenerates making reaction videos instead? That's what I'm saying, Dylan. Crazy Rick 250, Seattle hates free speech. No, this guy loved free speech. Luke, not to get someone involved, but they didn't block a video about a dead body in a suicide forest, but block a perfectly fine educational video. Yeah, that's kind of what I was inferring to when I was talking earlier about, well, not reaction, but you know who I'm talking about here. Just bloggers. Sounds like standard YouTube. Be as vague as possible. And yeah, this isn't the first instance where I've been frustrated with YouTube. Oh, looking ahead here. You're the man, Mr. Beat. I try to watch a few of your videos each week. Thank you, Dylan. Don't let them get you down. Yeah, they just deleted it. Yeah. Internet troll. It wasn't an internet troll. This guy, I'm telling you, this dude was extremely nice. And this conversation on Twitter happened literally 45 minutes ago. And I was all about to just kind of be more angry until the video's back up. It's there. YouTube's CEO is doing absolutely nothing to fix the system. Instead, they're making everything worse. I mean, a lot of people would agree with you on that, Jiva Arbunner. Thank you, Snakes and Arrows. Hashtag repeal the strike. Stalking Horse. My advice to you is to start drinking heavily like Cypher. Cypher has been through this. Cypher, if you're watching, I truly empathize with you today. You've dealt with this a lot more than I have, and you clearly, it falls under fair use for you. You're sitting there analyzing films. I'm copyright striking this live stream for using my I should have known better line, knowing better. Yeah. YouTube doesn't decide strikes or anything. He filed a DMCA claim where the US government tells YouTube to remove it. They have no choice. Yeah, see, that's the thing. There needs to be some more flexibility within that. My strike, I believe, is taken away. I'll check it again, but okay, let's see. Kind of scrolling towards the bottom here. How do you source your videos? Hunter asks. I know this is more about the strike, but just curious what kind of sources you use. Now, I usually, when I source my videos, I source where I get the information from, especially if it's not common knowledge. Well, usually if it's common knowledge. So I'll put links, or I'll put authors, titles of books, sometimes publisher. Now, if it's something in the actual video, the vast majority of images that I use are public. They fall in the public domain, or they're under fair use guidelines. And so because of that, I feel like I have honestly gotten a little careless with it. I need to do a better job of, when they request attribution, I do that. So where are the best sources in your opinion for someone who's a broke college student? Hunter, I'm not sure what you mean by sources. Like, you mean for information? I would just say if you're getting information about the United States, go elsewhere, other countries, BBC, Al Jazeera. Michael, this is unfair. Yeah. Extra chat. Oh, Lindsay's there. Yeah. We do a video about Bush v. Gore. By the end of the year, Lindsay, to do Bush v. Gore. I get a lot of requests for that one. Remember when YouTube did take down those borderline phonographic Spider-Man? Oh, pornographic. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was very recent. About blocking the Suicide Forest video. Oh, yeah. I don't have to talk about that. Yeah. I live in East Washington. We have talked for years on splitting the state. One guy in Oregon proposed East Washington and East Oregon to join Idaho. Yeah, because demographically, politically, especially, they're very different. How many strikes can you get before the channel is taken down? 3 strikes and your channel's taken down. Now that's in I believe a 6-month period, or maybe even 3-month period for longtime YouTubers, but still, it's just a wake-up call. All right. 30K subs by 2019. I don't know. Who was your favorite president? Okay, we're getting off topic here. I don't care. George Washington and Grover Cleveland are my 2 favorite presidents, but I'm going to make a top 10 presidents video in February. That's coming, and also worst 10 presidents video in February, back-to-back weeks. That's coming. Look for that around President's Day. All right. Yeah, lots of famous YouTubers got more than 3. All right. I made it through most of the comments. Make a video on the proposed state of Jefferson. Yes. Why Grover Cleveland? Because Grover Cleveland had integrity. He, it was more about his character. Character means a lot for me when it comes to presidents, because, there's going to be policy differences. I mean, but Grover Cleveland had a lot to do with. I mean, he was a classic liberal. So by modern definitions, he would be more of a leaning libertarian type, but believed in basically, he was a big proponent of lowering tariffs, and he also had a very humble foreign policy. Those are 2 big ones that I thought were really important, that are good policy. All right, guys. Ulysses Grant, you are not one of the worst 10 presidents. Don't worry. I don't know if you're probably in the middle. Sorry about that. Grover Cleveland secretly had surgery on a yacht and hid it from the country? Grant, is this true? I know he had many people said was illegitimate. What kind of history books do you have behind you? Most of them I read in grad school, and most of them are good. But yeah. All right. I want to sign off here. You guys have been terrific. Thank you for watching, and I just wanted to explain why that Washington and Oregon compared video got taken down. And it's been a learning experience for me. Lesson learned. Other YouTube creators out there, be careful. I can always give you advice based on what I learned today, but the bottom line is suspend judgment, because this person that made the complaint, nicest people I have encountered on the internet. I'm glad we settled it, and I'm glad the video's back up. And I haven't said his name, but you'll see his name, and you'll see it in the video description. So, all right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.